Welcome to this very special edition of the KAJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through the industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have Tessia Watson. She is an author, spiritual teacher, a devoted single mother, and an advocate for the rejuvenation of mothers as the cornerstone of effective parenting. Welcome to the show, Tessia.
Thank you so much, AJ, to welcoming to the space. I really appreciate it.
You are welcome to the show, Tessia. You are welcome to India in this online form, and I'm sure not just in India, but a lot of people across the world will benefit from what we are going to talk right now. We'll be talking about importance of self-care and rejuvenation. So I want to understand first, but first that before that, let's talk about your story, your journey. Who is Tessia Watson, so that the audience actually understands who they are listening to.
Yes, of course. So I'm French, born in France and in Paris, living currently in London. I'm a spiritual teacher, entrepreneur, and author. My book, as you mentioned, it is called Rejuvenated Moms Make Happy Kids. So I'm a mother of two young children, not that young anymore, 11 years old and 10, almost 10 years old now, two boys. And my experience as a mother was something that I wanted deeply to share with other moms all over the world, just because I feel that any story is a unique one, and from any story you can be inspired, you can be enriched, you can learn, you can grow. So I think it's very important to share your experience, just for people to have a better experience.
Absolutely, absolutely, Tessia. So I want to understand when you talk about self-care and rejuvenation, what is this all about? Don't people, even if they are, say, not mothers or general persons, shouldn't they be taking care of themselves? Self-care and rejuvenation have enough rest. I want to understand what is it that you want to actually convey through these words and through your book.
When you become a mother, more often, I would say, too often, you just care for your children and you forget to care for yourself. And I firmly believe that when a mother is, relaxed, well rested, happy, she just, becomes the optimal parent to raise happy, successful, thriving children. So it's really important to understand that children learns through imitation, and they will see if you are someone who lives for them, or if you are someone living for yourself and for them as well, caring for yourself and caring for them as well. So self-care and rejuvenation is all about renewing your mind, your body, and your spirit. So we have you have your body, it's an instrument, and you're supposed to care for it, because if you don't, then you going to limit yourself in the things that you can do on a daily basis. So rejuvenation can be exercise, it can be sleeping very well. That you need some amount of sleep per night, and it depends. Obviously it's not the same for everyone, but it's just an example. If you need 8 hours or 9, just make sure that you have plenty of sleep to be able to function during the day. This is so important. But when we think about mothers, we know that we are deprived of sleep, especially at the when the children are very, very small. So in my case, I've suffered tremendously, because obviously I couldn't have the amount of sleep necessary. But I thought that I couldn't do anything about it at the time. I really thought that way, that there is no solution out there for me. It's just the way it is, and I just to have to endure, what's happening. So It's only years later that I've met a good friend, and she's now a very good friend. And the first time I've met her, she said to me that she is a maternity nurse. And I was like, but what is that? And she said, we come, to the children's house, and we just, care for the baby while, the mother can have, some sleep. And I was really in shock. Like, so it means years ago when my children were babies, this service was out there. And because I lacked the awareness of, believing that there is always an answer, to whatever you ask for, I didn't bother to even, make a research. So the service was there, but I never reached out. And this service would have helped me so much, even if it was not something that I would have, used every single day from Monday to Sunday. But even one, night or 2 nights per week would have made such a big difference in the way I can, operate, or, in terms of my emotional as well state of mind, because I was very, very sad and very, very tired. So why I'm sharing that is just, I don't know what is, your situation as a mother. I don't know what are your challenges, but what I know is that the solution exists. It doesn't matter that it's something different. It's just the same principle. If you start looking for the solution, you will receive it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's focus on the solutions. What is it that especially mothers can do for themselves in terms of self-care and rejuvenation, and what are the things that are available to them? But just like you said about something like about your case, that you did not know about this long back, but it must be there. So help us in that perspective, so that there is a bit more awareness about the things, that there is a solution about which many people, many mothers think that there is not. Help us understand with that.
Yes. So it's all about making that decision. That's what you want for you first. I think it's rejuvenation and self-care. It's first an awareness. You have to be aware that it's something important to incorporate in your life. That's the first step. Once you say to yourself, oh, definitely, that's absolutely what I want to do, then you start to decide for yourself how it would look like for you. So rejuvenation is all about what makes you feel, new, and whole again. Anything that fuels you with positivity. So from a mother to another, it could be different rejuvenation practices. So you need to think about what you would love to do or to experience as a rejuvenation practice. So for me, as an example, I always loved, to read. So this is a rejuvenation practice for the mind, because it helps me, obviously, to focus only on what, I'm reading, and to not, have those thoughts about children all the time, constantly in my mind. So my mind is more calm, I'm more in peace as well. And I do something that I like to do. So I increase my, happiness vibration. I'm more happy because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So this is, for instance, an example of, rejuvenation for the mind, which you can, incorporate if that's what you like. No, but not everyone likes to read. So you need to find what is, what you enjoy, what you love to do, what feels right for you. I can give you another example. I've loved, even before having children, just going out with some friends without children, just, reaching out to friends and just go for a coffee or for a lunch, whatever, you would like to do. This as well will help you connect back to who you truly are, the person you were before being, with your children. Because when you decide to be a mother and you spend all your time with them, you don't have the same conversation that you can have with grown-ups, with adults. Then it's not the same. So it just reminds you who you truly are, not just a mother, but a friend as well. So that's a really good reminder, because sometimes we feel that it's every day we just a mother every single day. No, you're not. You're a friend as well. You're a daughter as well. You know, a sister. Whatever, you have hobbies as well. You have dreams. You all of that. And so that's another example. It will help you as well to be happier. And when you do this kind of rejuvenation for yourself, when you come back to your role as a mother, you just more present, more attentive, more relaxed, more calm as well. So the whole dynamic is changing. You're not going to experience the same situation or context if you are tired, if you are frustrated, if you are sad. It's not going to be the same experience at all. So, and this is your responsibility. And we all know how it works. When we are very tired, very exhausted, we lose it. We react more often than we respond. And that, again, is our responsibility. If we want to be that type of mother who respond rather than react, then we have to care for ourselves, because that's the tool that will help us to be more patient with our children, more attentive, more where we can show more compassion as well. It's because we feel good inside, and that's when we are able to demonstrate or show that type of emotions.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, let's. There is much to learn from you, Tessia, and I'm sure there is a lot to learn from your book. So let's come to your book, debut book, "Rejuvenated Moms Make Kids Happy." Who, obviously, I understand who is this book for, but I want to understand what is this book all about. What have you discussed in there, and who is this book for? Only busy moms or all moms?
Yes, it's definitely for any mothers, with new moms, or moms to be, or just moms. It's just, but obviously with younger children, I would say, or even teenagers could work as well, because rejuvenation, it's for you at any time of your life. It's not just when you have young children and then you forget about you when you have older children. So it's for any moms blessed with children. And so this book talks about lots of different things, rejuvenation practices. We discussed a little bit about that, but it talks about who you are as well. It helps you define your identity. So that's one chapter as well. It talks about as well responsibility. You have to become, or if you already, that's fine, but a more responsible mother. It talks about forgiveness, how to forgive, oneself, about the mistakes that you've done with your children, or all the mistakes just in general. And it talks about intuition as well. It's very important for mothers to listen to their inner voice, to their intuition sometimes when they're facing situation, because it's your intuition is God's talking to you. So it's really at the core, it's in your heart. So we can develop our intuition by obviously giving our undivided attention to our children. That's the way you can develop it, because you start to learn cues and to understand more how your children, who is your child. And so I think it's something important as well. So we talk about, in the book, there's so many different topics. You have as well a topic about creating new habits, because obviously it's all about improving your skills as a mother. So if you have to create new habits, better habits, and you have a bit of, teaching on how you get rid of the bad ones. So many, beautiful things to help you be a better version of yourself.
Right, right, Tessia. So, do you have a copy of the book with you? Where is the do you have a copy of the book, or is it only available online?
So it's available online. I do have one, but not with me. Here in the house, but just not in front of me. Do you want me to take the book quickly?
Where is it? Yeah, if you want to show it to the audience so that they recognize, okay, this is the book. That's why I asked.
Oh, yes, of course, of course. Just give me 1 second. So I have it here. This is the book. Can you
Wonderful.
see?
Yeah, yeah. It's wonderful. Great. Great.
Yes.
So this looks good. Very good. Nice cover, I see. Wonderful. So there is, as I said, there is much to learn about these things, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to connect with you, understand more about these things. So, what is the best way for them to connect with you?
Yes, so they can reach me at tessiawatson.com. This is my website. And that's the best way because you can, send me an email if you have any questions, if you want to know more. I'm really happy to serve.
Wonderful, wonderful. With this, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.